When you were at Clemson, did you guys do anything like the how plays, the effort plays, those clips that Coach does?
At Clemson, we did have something similar to that. But he just always same thing as Coach Fleck. They always preached on making effort plays, like extra effort, everything like that, because that's what makes up for a lot of mistakes that may happen throughout a game. So extra effort has always just been like on my mind from both programs.
So it sounds like it maybe takes your level up when you have that as a routine.
Oh yes, especially when you preach it, because I don't know about a lot of other programs in the country, but I know Coach Fleck, and he really wants us to really keep. We call it the how, and it's a great extra effort because that makes up for a lot of mistakes. Because when you mess up, giving up on a play, some guys drop their heads, give up on a play, certain things like that. And Coach Fleck never wants to see that. He wants to see you giving full effort. If you mess up full speed, we can correct the mistakes later. But as long as you're giving that effort, that's what really matters to him.
Nyles, what have you sort of seen in the development of your run defense?
I feel like we've actually seen it from spring ball actually, because I felt like it started there. We actually became getting confidence during spring, and that's something Coach Rice has been talking about. We have to be really strong in the run, especially in the Big Ten, with teams like to really pound the ball. And I feel like that's one thing we really have tried to focus on. So we just added on to it since spring ball and the camp, and then we brought it into the season. I feel like every week we can get better each and every way, and I feel like there's always room for improvement. And as a defense, we also feel that way.
As sort of the force, I guess, of the running attacks you face in the Big Ten, has that been a noticeable change for you from ACC to Big Ten?
I would definitely say that it's definitely a big difference because it's not much of spread offenses. It's mostly like they're going to run the ball downhill, run at you, and if you can stop the run, you can. If you can't, then you're going to get this all day. So I feel like that's very much a big difference from the ACC to Big Ten.
Did you feel like there was a time this year when the D-line kind of became more of a collective and it wasn't about individual play counts or pressures or anything like that, where you guys felt like you guys were one unit?
I feel like we've been together since the summer because I feel like it started then. But I know like throughout the season, I know people been asked what made us click and certain things like that. I feel like it wasn't really us starting to click. I feel like most of it was just like we just accepted our roles even more. Some like we understand what the team needed from us, and we just embraced that role. Honestly, because at the end of the day, the run starts with us. Being able to stop the run, fill our holes, make plays, make it available for our linebackers to fill the holes, safeties, corners, everybody. Because if we don't do our jobs, and the running backs running full speed or quarterback running full speed down our safeties or linebackers, we just try to make their jobs easier as we can.
What's your impressions of Illinois' running back, Chase Brown?
Very talented guy. He's shifty, quick, strong. I feel like he's a guy that's going to make you really have to work to tackle him. He's not going to be taken down by one guy. He's someone we have to really swarm and really have to get to.
Nyles, you have experience in a championship program with Clemson. Is this the time of year that now that you have 4 games left and you control your destiny in the West? Is this the time of year that you can kind of step up and say, here's what it takes to win a conference title?
I always remember to say they remember November, especially in the situation we're in, having control of the West. But we just have to do our jobs to play one championship games each week. So we're not worried about down the road. We just worry about this one game this week. Focus on that. We can get better and then change our best at practice every day. Because at the end of the day, if we don't execute in practice, it's not going to carry over to the game, and I feel like that's been the main focus for us.
Who's the they in that sentence?
They just said things I hear on social media. Different coaches say certain things. College coaches around the country just say they remember November. So that's kind of something that always sticks with me, and I always remember it. Coach Sweeney used to say it sometimes here and there, but I always remember hearing that from other coaches around the country because November is kind of like that. Like he said, like it's coming down these last few games. If you control your destiny, these is where you can take control and play it. But how we've been thinking of just one game seasons each every week, and that's how we've been attacking the whole season. So November, we're not going to make it bigger than what it is or any smaller than what it is. We just got to keep doing what we've been doing.
What is it like to have that control, knowing that you do have a say in the outcome of your season, where you don't have to rely on other teams losing to get there?
Mostly just made us realize it's kind of where you want to be, like feel like you're in control, be in the driver's seat, and it just feel like, but also it just makes you realize that you have to up what you do. So we have to change our best. So what we've been doing over the years isn't good enough anymore. We have to get 1% better each and every day, 1% better in the film room, lifts, workouts, and doing the non-required things like doing extra work on your own because those things aren't good enough anymore. So it's really pretty much we're not worried about the external. We're pretty much worried about the internal, what we have going on.
How does Wilt lead such a veteran defensive line room?
It's pretty much the same thing as I said before. kind of just want us to get better each and every week. He wants us to prepare like pros. He doesn't want us to get complacent. He just talks to us every week. He coaches us like it's a new week every week. Like just we're starting off the season with a 1-game season. We're in training camp rules, everything like that, and we build from there. He just keeps staying on us. He doesn't let any guy fall behind or anything like that. He just preaches to us that we haven't made it yet, and there's always room to get better.
How'd you feel like guys stepped up without Trill?
I feel like as a whole, losing Trill was a big loss because he's a part of this D line. We never want to lose anybody, but it was something we just felt guys had to step up and play a few more snaps. And I felt like that was something that was we knew about later in the week. But it was I feel like we played pretty well. We always room to get better out of all of us. But hopefully getting Trill back soon, that'll be really good for us.
Illinois had success with a 7-man offensive line. What challenges does that present to you guys?
I wouldn't say percent of the challenges. Just a few things we probably may have to change. But we know they're going to run the ball. That's the mindset that we get from it, is that they're going to want to run the ball. So if they want to add 6, 7 offensive linemen, that's what they want to do, is run the ball. So really, I don't think it presents any challenge. But we just know their mindset going into the game.
Any more for Nyles? All right, thank you, Nyles.
Thanks, Nyles.